Hey everybody, Omar here, and I'm back with part 2 of my big knife South African collection. I couldn't fit all these knives on one video, you just won't be able to see them all, so I thought I'd split them up. So let's go ahead and continue on. So this one is by Erucus Blumeris, and this knife is very special to me. This is called a full dress piece. Basically, it means that every part of the knife has some kind of art on it from head to toe. So if we look at the blade, it's all in Damascus. Really very pretty. Then we move down to the blue Tymaskus bolsters, which is the reason I bought this one. This is also the most expensive knife that I own in my collection. I will disclose that in a minute, how much I paid for this. You guys will probably think I'm crazy, but, you know, whatever. So we move on to the blue Tymaskus bolsters, and then you move down to the handles, which are, how'd you turn it over? Which are shredded marble carbon fiber. Even in the light, it's really very pretty. You're just not going to see materials like this on like a production knife. So, I mean, if you think about getting into customs, this is pretty much where it's at. The materials that the knife is made of is really what's eye-catching. And, of course, you know, the blade material will always be of your choosing, regardless. So yeah, you have shredded marble carbon fiber, black, really very pretty. And then when you move over to the backspacer, again, the art continues, right? The art continues with the, we've got this sort of wave pattern on the back of the knife. On the liners. That's done by hand, guys. That's not done with like any CNC machining. Erucus Blumeris actually does that. And then to finish off the knife, he puts Damascus on the backspacer, which is actually kind of hard to do that because a lot of the times when you use Damascus as a backspacer, it's very hard to see the pattern on that. I think it has to be done a certain way. Only, I think, a skilled knife maker would know how to do that. Erucus Blumeris is definitely very well skilled. And we also have a blue titanium pocket clip. The knife runs on ceramic ball bearings. There is a difference. Technically, ceramic ball bearings do not need to be oiled. So the ceramic ball bearings are actually harder than steel ball bearings, and you don't need to oil them. I believe they're also more spherical, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But yeah, it just makes the action so much better on a knife. Erucus Blumeris, I believe this is called the LL15 model flipper. This next one is by John Arnold. He is a retired engineer in South Africa. And he is famous for making knives kind of like he's tactical looking. He's got a lot of nice angular shapes on his knife, but then he puts curves on the knife where curves are needed for, like, you know, ergonomics. And I'm telling you, it works. It does work. Again, we have the marble carbon fiber on it, and it's sculpted. Unlike a lot of the knives that have, you know, it's usually kind of flat. John Arnold likes to make his, if I hold it up like that, he likes to make his a little round. You can see that in the angle. It's kind of rounded to kind of fit your hand. A really nice idea. It happens to work really well. Blue titanium liners. Blue titanium pocket clip. And the most fun part about this knife, and unfortunately I can't show you, he's got a glow-in-the-dark backspacer. Turn out the lights on this, and it will turn, the backspacer will glow in the dark. Blight Steel is Damascus. Really very pretty pattern. It's more of like a different type of Damascus as opposed to the Erucus Blumeris, where it's a little bit more kind of, I guess, a cleaner look. This looks kind of a little bit rustic, I guess, but still very appealing and no less compelling. It's just a different type of Damascus that he put on there. I like it. Runs on IKBS ball bearing system. Yeah, I don't remember the name of this one either. Made by John Arnold. This is an incredibly special knife for me. This one was made for me by Des Horn. And this is what we call a one-of-a-kind handmade piece. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, all the knives on this table are one-of-a-kind handmade, which means you will never see another one like any of these ever again. Probably. What that means is that you may see a similar knife to what's on this table, but it'll be a different color, it'll have a different handle configuration, it's going to look completely different knife. How the knife makers guarantee that the knife is going to be one of a kind, I don't know, but I can definitely vouch that this one is really a true one-of-a-kind handmade piece. I call this my coronavirus knife. We've got the orange and blue. The blue representing the virus, and then the orange, which was supposed to be red, and Des Horn told me he can't make it red. Because, yeah, there's no way. Red doesn't turn out good. Sometimes it turns pink. So I told him, well, why don't you just go ahead and make it orange to represent hope? So that we would find a vaccine, which we have now. But of course now we're trying to hope that everybody gets the vaccine quickly. So yeah, I call this my coronavirus knife. You can see both sides joined together. The line in the middle is carbon fiber. The inlays are G10. They're G10. Again, we've got that famous twist pattern that you saw on my other Des Horn knife. And I've got 4 Des Horn knives. He's like one of my favorite knife makers. So we've got that same twist. The back spacer this time, instead of it being G10, we've got carbon fiber for the back spacer. And this is what's called, again, a front flipper knife. Jeez, I can't believe I couldn't do that. There you go. It's the gloves. The reason I say this knife really is a true one-of-a-kind, this is the name of the knife, by the way, is called Mvubu. It's called the Mvubu, which means hippopotamus. This knife truly is a one-of-a-kind handmade piece because the internals are something that Des Horn has never done on this model knife. He put ceramic ball bearings on it. This is the only one in the world made with ceramic ball bearings, and I have it. If you want to hear the story of how I got this, well, you could probably check out the video on it. I've done a couple of videos. If you search on my channel under Mvubu, you'll hear the story of how I got this knife. It's really quite interesting. Really a prize piece. Des Horn Mvubu. The next one, again, made by John Arnold. This one's kind of unique. We've got G10 scales with Ambonia wood burl inlays. It's all like one piece. I don't know how in the world he did that. When you put your finger across this knife, you don't feel any like raised sort of separation or anything. It's all looks like he drew it in, but actually that's an inlay that he inserted into the G10. I still don't know how he did that. Again, signature glow-in-the-dark backspacer. So we have I guess it would be more of a purple titanium pocket clip. And the blade is M390. Sort of like I guess, modified drop point, I guess. Really very, very nice. Like I said, he does a lot of angular things. But then when it comes to grip, he makes sure that that's curved for comfort. And again, the ergos are beautiful on this knife. Feel real great. Okay, so you may see some similarity. These two knives look exactly the same, but they're completely different. I had to get another Mvubu. This is the Mvubu that he normally, model that he normally makes without ball bearings. This one's just washers only, and check it out, it's just as smooth as if it were a ball bearing knife. And there is no ball bearings in this. It's just washers only. This thing is practically drop shut, which is why I had to have it. Look at that. There's no blade play on this. Doesn't exist. Yeah, there's none. There is none. So this piece is very, very special also. These scales are done in electric blue carbon fiber. He's never made a model with this electric blue on it. So that's very, very special. He never tried making a knife with that. As you can see, it's kind of blue and black, and it sparkles in the light. I love that. It's unbelievable. Incredibly light. The backspacer is made of carbon fiber again. And then we've got the nice twist pattern for the liners, which is his signature. And his titanium model pocket clip, which is a pocket clip that only I think he's the only one that uses this pocket clip, because he doesn't like pocket clips on his knives. This horn does not like pocket clips, but he makes that request for his customers who want a pocket clip on their knife. This horn in Boo Boo. One with ball bearings, one without ball bearings, just washers only. This next one is by Andre Van Heerden and Tashi Barucha, designer. Really very nice. This one is made, I can't remember the name of this wood. Snakewood. And again, the same, like all one piece. You would think this was, two pieces, but actually it's not. It's all one. I don't know how we did that. Because again, you run your finger across the carbon fiber and the snakewood. There's no separation. I don't feel anything. I mean, the craftsmanship on the way they do the handles on these things is unbelievable. We've got really pretty gold liners on it, titanium liners. And the blade is CTS XHP. Again, very smooth on ceramic ball bearings. And G10 backspacer. Really very pretty. Love it. Absolutely love this one. Really, really nice action with the ceramic. So, there you have it. This one was probably is incredibly special also, because it's like the first knife I ever got that was made for me. This is an Andre Thorburn special. I put this up quite often on Instagram. There's another knife that looks similar to this one, but again, this is a one-of-a-kind handmade piece. All the bolster work is done by Andre Thorburn's wife, Marharit. She does the bolster work, and as you can see, she drew or made a very beautiful eagle on the knife. What I love about it is that the material on the handle is a white Westinghouse that's been aged. And if you think about it, the white Westinghouse used on this knife looks like the beak of an eagle. So it's kind of like an eagle slammed right into my knife. And he's there permanently for all time. We've got Andre Thorburn's signature gold, and it kind of turns gold and blue, liners that he sculpted by hand with the G10 backspacer on it. And this is a front flipper piece. The Blight Steel is M390. Beautiful drop point knife. Runs on IKBS ball bearing, ceramic ball bearings. System. Andre Thorburn doesn't use stainless steel ball bearings in his knives. He only uses ceramic. So there you have it. That's it for my big knives. That's the end of this part of the video. I will be back, and the next video, I should be able to show you all the knives, because what I'm going to show you will be my medium-sized knives and then my small knives. So I will be back in a bit on this knife update on this Friday evening, so I'll see you later.